Hey y'all, welcome back to Solo Sunday Stories. Sorry for the delay. Today I'm talking about my absolute favorite solo travel destination. And trust me, after 20 something countries, that's saying something. It's Iceland. And I'm gonna tell you exactly why this winter wonderland stole my heart. So grab a drink, get cozy, and let's dive in. Okay, so picture this. I land to Iceland planning to stay for about 5 days, and I'm staying right in the city center of Reykjavik. Now, a normal person, a smarter person, would check into their hotel, take a nap, adjust to the time zone, maybe explore the neighborhood, grab some food, and get settled. Not me.
Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
Babes, I literally booked back-to-back tours as soon as I touched down. I'm talking a city tour and a Northern Lights tour on zero sleep.
No sleep. Bus. Club. Another club. Another club. Plane. Next place. No sleep.
Like, I flew overnight after work, landed, and said, let's do all the things immediately. FOMO was so real, but honestly, that's the beauty of solo travel. You get to make your own wild decisions and live with the consequences, because there's nobody there to talk some sense into you to say, girl, maybe we should take a rest first. And you know what? I wouldn't change it, because those tours were incredible. And I was literally running purely on excitement and vibes. The city tour obviously gave me the let's get to know this place vibes, but the Northern Lights tour, it like literally blew me away. Here's where I made my first mistake. I did not switch to my snow pants when I had the chance. It was dark and cold. I couldn't feel my toes or my legs, but it was amazing. It was pitch black. We were all piled into this coffee shop. I got a hot chocolate, which did nothing to help, but I tried. But I feel like looking up at the pitch black sky and watching the solar winds push against the Earth's like magnetic field was like mind-blowing. I didn't get to see the colorful auroras until we got back into the city center, but either way, it was a sight. And then of course they say you're supposed to have like apps so you can see them, but it was gorgeous nonetheless. Now let's talk about how absolutely wild the daylight situation is in January, because this messed with my head in the best possible way. So I'm going to sleep after these tours, right? And the sun is setting like it's a casual summer night. You know, here in New York City or in the States, it's like 9 p.m. and still light. But in Iceland, that was like 11 p.m. and the sun was just going down. Then friend, I wake up to what feels like a quick nap later and the sun is already rising. We're talking like roughly 4 or 5 hours of darkness total. Like 4 to 5 hours. My body didn't know what time it was. My brain was completely confused. I'm jet lagged. And then on top of that, that somehow still added to the magic of Iceland. Everything feels like a dream when you're functioning on no sleep. It was like perpetual twilight. It was just surreal. Like, you're experiencing this compressed version of like day and night, and it makes every moment feel even more special somehow. Like, you got to make the most of those daylight hours, because there's obviously so many. Like, you have like 20 hours. I'm just spitballing. But then day 2, this is when things really got good. I did this incredible full day tour. Glaciers, waterfalls, babes, the black sand beach. I need you to understand, I was literally obsessed. Like, this became my favorite part of the entire trip, like standing on that volcanic black sand with the crashing waves, and they were crashing, and then like with the huge hills in the background, and like the cliffs and mountain ranges in the water. I'll insert a picture because this description is not doing it justice at all. I feel like I was on another planet. It's kind of a place that makes you feel so small but so alive at the same time. It was another make you want to cry situation like Miami. The contrast is insane. The black sand, the white foam from the waves, the dark rocks. It's dramatic in the best possible way. And the glaciers, friend, the blue ice is something else. It's this deep, almost electric blue color that doesn't even look real. You're standing there looking at this massive formation and just thinking about the power of nature, the fact that you're literally looking at frozen water. It's so nice. Every waterfall we stopped at felt more dramatic than the last. Iceland really said, let me show you what Mother Nature can really do. And I was absolutely here for it. This is why I love adventure travel. These are the moments where you feel most alive. I wish I did the snowmobiles though, but I didn't. Hopefully next time. The day was amazing, but by the time it ended, it was amazing and I was so happy. Day 3, I did a food walking tour. I toured with Wake Up Reykjavik. Now I'm pretty adventurous with food when I travel because that's how you really experience a culture, right? You got to try the local cuisine, even if it's not what you normally eat. But friend, I ate horse. And I didn't even know until after, like, they served it and I tried it because I'm trying everything on this tour. It was set up like charcuterie, and then after I ate, they're like, oh yeah, that was horse meat. And I'm like, wait, what? Listen, it wasn't bad. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it tasted like steak tartare if you've ever had it, but like the mind aspect, like the psychological aspect of it, of finding out after the fact, that was a moment and I could not let go of it for at least 10 minutes. But before that, we went to a different restaurant that served goat's head, which apparently is like a traditional dish in Iceland. And I tried goat because I like goat, and you gotta honor, culture and traditions and, eat on the tours, but it was a full-on skull. And I think that should have prepared me to expect anything, but yeah, it did not. The horse situation just threw me. But we had ice cream after, so that sort of made up for it. But the real star of the show was Arctic char. I had it for the first time. It was incredible. It's like so fresh, so delicious. If you go to Iceland, you have to try it, or you buy it here and eat it. It's pink fish, super flavorful, like it melts in your mouth. You would think it was salmon since it's a pink flaky fish, but it's somewhere between trout and salmon, and it's a mild fish, so it was so delicious. One of the best parts of the food tour was like me chatting with everyone and seeing where they were from. I met a fellow Aquarian on this trip, and I think I talked about it in another video. We vibe. This is what I also love about solo travel. It opens you up to connections because you're not in your own little bubble with your crew or like your partner. You're just talking to all the people, engaging with everyone around you. So I just clicked with people. We were laughing and sharing the experiences together, and it made the whole food tour even better. And speaking of food, can we please talk about the Icelandic hot dogs? I was literally craving these about 2 weeks ago. I even said it on my threads. Friend, I'm not even a huge street food person, but I'm a little bit of a hot dog person. I draw the line though at hot dog stands in New York City. Like, I might have a little papaya on Nathan's, but there was something about the Icelandic hot dogs that made me obsessed. Baby, it's pork, beef, and lamb. It had these toppings. I had them multiple times during the trip. In those few days, there's something about the way they make them, the sauce, the crunchy toppings. It was just chef's kiss. Like, I'm already planning to bring some back the next time I go. Like, I don't even know if that is allowed, but I'm gonna try because, yeah, I don't know why I haven't, like, looked up Icelandic restaurants here in New York City, but I'm gonna have to put that on my list of things to do. And after all that, I saved the best for last. I went to the Blue Lagoon at nighttime. So let me paint this picture for you. I'm gonna attempt again. You're soaking in this milky blue geothermal water. The steam's rising around you. The sky's pitch black. And if you're lucky, you might catch the northern lights. I did not. But like, imagine the contrast of the hot water and the cold air. It's just super cozy. You got the silica mask on your face so you can pamper your skin. Then you got the drinks, and then you can get a drink in your hand, and you got this swim up bar situation, and you're just like floating in this magical blue water under the stars. It was pure bliss. Like one of those moments where you're just like completely present and think about like, this is what life is about. Like, this is why I travel. Just like the relaxation and new experiences. I will say though, And this is my one regret. I wish I would have stayed at the Blue Lagoon Hotel as part of my trip. Like, if you can swing it budget-wise, I say do it. Having that experience right at your doorstep, being able to enjoy the lagoon without rushing, and then being able to go back multiple times, that's the move, and that's what I want to do. And like all around the Iceland, they told me that there's like the geothermal pools, so that's great. But next time, I'm absolutely staying there to maximize my Blue Lagoon time. It was that good. The next day, before I left, I went to the Phallic Museum. It's exactly how it sounds and was so fun and a good place to get my girls unique gifts. But after all of that, what makes Iceland my favorite solo destination out of all of the countries I've been to so far? I think it was the wow factor for me. Every single day, I had multiple moments that took my breath away. Like, every single day. Like, I was just constantly in awe. Like, enjoying the beauties of nature, and Iceland just, like, did it. It had unique experiences. So you got the glaciers, the northern lights, the geothermal lagoons, the black sand beach, the waterfalls, all in one trip. Like, the diversity of the experiences is insane. I know most places have the same variety of like natural wonders, but how I was able to condense most of it in a short weekend trip made it my favorite. Then I felt completely safe and completely comfortable the entire time as a solo traveler. Like, I was walking around at night, obviously doing the tours alone, exploring the city, and never once did I feel unsafe. Plus, Iceland ranks number one, the number one safest country. But it was the perfect mix of adventure, comfort, safety, and like, is this real moments, which made my whole experience very addictive. I loved Iceland so much that I plan on doing a trip during the summer. I want to experience the complete opposite. The midnight sun instead of the dark winter, and like all of the greenery that people were raving about instead of the stark winter landscape. And the longer days, like, I really want to do that. My summer Iceland plans include staying longer than the 4 days. I'm thinking maybe a week, maybe 10 days, so that I can do all of the things. And then actually staying at the Blue Lagoon Hotel, because I feel like that should be non-negotiable, because I do want to relax like in the hot pools, and I also want to bring back hot dogs. Like, I'm serious about this. I need to figure out the logistics. And then also just like seeing the landscape bloom from the cold to the winter. Like, I've seen the summer photos and they're gorgeous, so I really need to see it in person. I feel like Iceland is one of those destinations where like the summer and the winter are completely different, and it makes you feel like you're in two different countries. So I really want to experience both and get the full picture, and I don't think I've ever felt like that about a lot of countries. So, and all in all, that trip taught me that sometimes your favorite destinations are the ones that push you slightly out of your comfort zone. Because I was out here in the glaciers and the waterfalls, I arrived exhausted. I did the activities on no sleep. I ate food I never tried before. Like, I was open and willing to do a little bit of uncomfortable things and just be adventurous. That made it absolutely magical. And then Iceland in January might seem like unconventional since it's winter everywhere else, but that's exactly what made it really nice to just go from cold to cold and just experience that. So I'm just saying, don't be afraid to go against the grain and travel during the wrong season or the same season. And you know, sometimes those will be the best experience, because that's what happened with me. But either way, since Iceland is one of my favorites, I just want to ask everyone, have you been to Iceland? Are you thinking about going? Drop a comment and let me know, would you do winter or summer in Iceland? And if you've already been, have you tried those Icelandic hot dogs? Because they're good. I'm gonna stop the big backery right now. If you're planning your own solo adventure and want tips on how to make it happen, don't forget to check out my other solo Sunday stories. Moving forward though, new solo Sunday stories will drop the first and third Sunday of the month, so make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell so you don't miss an episode. Until the next Sunday, stay safe, stay curious, and remember, friend, the best travel stories come from saying yes to all of the adventures. Hope that came out nice.